live in San Francisco at Twitter headquarters. It's a Bad Moms Christmas kind of day because I have the stars here of A Bad Moms Christmas, Kathryn Hahn, Mila Kunis, and Kristen Bell, and yes, let's give it up, and the Bad Moms of Twitter. Woo! Okay, point to the mom that's the baddest.
Oh, that's a lot.
Everybody point to yourself.
And the three of you,
Who's the baddest?
who's the baddest?
I don't know.
Well, bad in what context? Because
Yeah.
bad for us means good. It means like
Exactly.
self-care and like,
Yeah.
but probably Kathryn.
Exactly.
Kathryn.
Probably
Is it you?
Kathryn.
True to character. True
Had
to
a little more experience.
So welcome. It's kind of goes without saying that you guys would do a sequel, but why did you guys sign up to do the sequel?
I think we all had a lot of fun making the movie, and it's very rare when you do a film at the end of it you wish that it was longer. More times than not, the movie's like just a little too long where you're like, I'm ready, and you kind of check out like a week or two before. And on this one, I think we were genuinely like, oh my God, why is this not one of the productions that actually goes on for 3-4 months? So when the first one didn't fail, people were like, wow, look at you guys, you're funny. And people were like, well,
There are also more stories to tell.
Yeah.
I feel
Well,
like
Christmas-
we just tipped the
Yeah.
iceberg
Yeah.
of the things that we all feel, and like we're like, no, we gotta tell
Yeah.
these stories of how like crazy we all feel.
Well, it's
that's why Kay Bell did it. I did it because I liked them, and I was like, yeah, I'll do another one.
even
Kay Bell's
like
like, let me
them.
find another one.
I mean, there's not
It's for
another.
my art.
Yeah, but there's not another time of the year too that we thought would be more ripe for the picking than the holidays, where it's bananas how much pressure we put on ourselves to make a perfect holiday and create magic for everybody else, like in our lives, and we're just tearing ourselves apart trying to like get it done. And so wanted to give the mamas a reason to go out and have a good time
some
with
fun.
their
Have some
friends.
fun. Well, it seemed like when I first heard about Mom's Christmas, I was like, duh, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
It goes hand in hand. I want to know what you guys have gotten to live out vicariously through your characters. Something that you haven't been able to do that you got to do, sort of, maybe in this film.
I mean, like in the first one, the throwing stuff around the grocery store, which
Yeah,
just
I've never
felt
been able to do that.
really fun.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
Because everybody's thinking about it when
Yes.
you go to the grocery store. All you
Everyone's
want to do
like,
is go
I just want to throw it. Yeah, exactly.
like a boss. No one ever does
I don't
it.
think it was in the movie when Kathryn threw a ham. Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah.
Chucked a ham.
I chucked a ham.
But
I was
then-
like, Kiki, think fast. And I chucked a huge frozen.
Right, and it just splattered. But don't worry, it didn't go to waste. Craft service was like, well, I guess we'll have ham for dinner.
Yeah.
And they literally served it to us.
Yeah, he literally served it to us.
This
Yeah.
is a
I was like,
Right.
sorry. Yes.
Running around the mall in the middle of the night was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a night shoot?
Yeah.
It was a couple nights, yeah.
That was the Bad Mom's Christmas answer to, I think, the grocery store scene. It had the same kind of reckless, like, fun.
Do they open the stores to you? Do you have to have like a little 10-minute spree in any of the stores?
Yes.
You did, yeah.
We
You
did
bought a pair of
camp
glasses
out.
at
I
like
bought
2 in the
sunglasses.
morning.
I
Are
was
you
like,
serious?
totally. I was like, I need sunglasses.
It was like 2 in the morning.
I was like, I haven't been into a mall in 10 years, and I was like, the mall.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was exhilarating.
Yeah, you get to go. You can
Yeah.
be anonymous. You
Yes.
can go. You can have fun.
I bought sunglasses.
Yeah.
That's
So
just
2 in
They
the
were super
morning.
cute.
Another thing that goes hand in hand with Christmas and Bad Moms, your moms are in this film. So I want to talk, each of you sort of talk about who plays your mom and that dynamic. Incredible, incredible women.
All 3 goddesses.
Yeah.
Like, could not be. Yeah, like Kristen was saying before today, which is so true. Like, we got to really fangirl out this one, like, just these amazing
Yeah.
women.
So
like, that was
Susan
pretty incredible.
Sarandon plays your
Susan Sarandon
mom.
plays my mom, which is, I can't even believe I'm saying that out loud. It's bananas. And I was saying, like, it was so crazy to be a scene in her and think of Thelma and Louise, Dead Man Walking. Like, it was like all these movies would be like,
Did you
that I've
act
seen her in.
out the last scene? Hold my hand, hold my hand.
Exactly.
Keep going.
We got to do it for a photograph, and I was so excited. No, and she's incredible, and yeah, I couldn't think of. I mean, so perfect for that part. Yeah, crazy excited.
And Mila.
I have Kristen Baranski. I know, you guys. It's crazy.
Amazing.
Amazing.
It was like, talk about wishful fulfillment. It was like, so we're gonna do a sequel. Who do you want to play your mom? And you're like, okay. Like never
Yeah.
in my career has anyone asked me.
Oh, they actually asked you.
They asked all of us.
Yeah, for like
We all
ideas.
did.
They were like,
Thoughts.
who do you think fits? Who do you
Wow.
think would vibe?
Too
You
soon, I'm just gonna do it.
So it was just your do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, it was great. It was amazing. And yeah, she was incredible. There's nothing
No
I
one
can say
plays
about
bad
it.
better.
Yeah.
Literally, no one plays
She's
bad
the
better.
most frightening, wonderful human being. She is warm, and sorry if people are like, what, you're ruining spoiler. She, in real life, is such a generous,
she's incredible.
wonderful, sweet human, but plays a bitch unlike
But
anybody.
I heard she's incredibly fit. Like
She's
has
sick too. Like she is like ripped.
Yeah.
She can kick some
Toes
butt.
to tits.
Yes.
It's,
She is like
it's real
tall
good.
and like fit.
Yeah.
She is a healthy, beautiful. Like she kind of looks like a ballerina. Like is the best way I can describe it.
Yeah.
She's classy.
Kristen, Cheryl Hines plays your mom.
Cheryl Hines plays my mom, which
You have
was
the same haircut in
yes,
the film.
which was weird because Cheryl has been a friend of mine for a decade, and like I did a movie she directed 10 years ago. Like we're friends, and then I was like, but we do have such a bond, and she's also like one of the funniest women I know, and I was like, maybe Cheryl Hines, and like we can just add a bit of dialogue that she had me at 7 years old or something, like, and could it work? But we just have a wonderful rapport together. So I was like, all I want to do is just like play around with Cheryl because she would be so good. And then thankfully she said, yeah.
So what can people expect from this film? Tease it a little for everyone.
Well, you can expect to see us be moms that are fed up, but the cool thing I think is that our moms add this dynamic of not only are we fed up moms, but we are also rebellious teenagers, which happens to everyone when your mother comes in town.
Yeah.
You
I
can't
think
stop
we all
it.
regress back to being kids, which is always something that I think people can relate to. Moms can relate to.
Did you bring any of your own experiences into the film? Was there a scene or something that we can look out for when we see the film that
I can honestly say I definitely sprinkled a little bit of everything. I did also ask my husband and my girlfriends, like during rewrites, like some ideas and stories, and the writers, who are incredibly inclusive, did sprinkle it around all the characters. They are. I mean, anytime I don't want to speak on your behalf, but I know that anytime there's. Let me tell you what Kirsten thinks. Kristen Bell thinks that. I think that they're very inclusive with their stories.
Yeah,
like if you come to them and you're like, hey, there's a really funny thing that happened. If it fits the story, even if it doesn't fit your story, like me, my storyline, they'll find a place for it if it's good.
They like real experiences.
Yeah.
And you guys, and even just talking to you guys backstage, you have such an amazing rapport amongst each other. Obviously, you've done this film before, but you're really friends, and so was there a lot of
fake.
a lot of improv? Did you guys get to play with the dialogue and sort of do a lot of that?
I mean, I miss, like, there definitely, I wish in my, I would have loved a bunch more scenes with the three of us. It was, well, we did definitely have to splinter off into our mama land, to our on-screen mamas, which was awesome as well, but yeah, we left us wanting a lot more time together, I feel like.
The trifecta.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have clips today. Never before seen clips. We have 4 clips
Twitter?
from the film. That's how we do it.
That's fancy.
Very fancy.
Wow.
The first one, it's called Let's Take Christmas Back. I think you guys are doing a little food court drinking.
Yes.
Which I think should become a thing.
Sounds about right.
Because I've never done that
about
before,
right.
and it sounds like a lot of fun. So let's look at a clip. They approve.
Good.
Putting the ass
Their
back in
shit
Christmas.
face.
I think. Are we drunk? Yes, not
Can
yes.
we swear?
Drunk
No,
yet?
it's Twitter. We can't swear on Twitter.
You can swear
No,
on
look
Twitter.
at. She's like, no, you.
No, you
can't.
can't.
on
She
Twitter.
was like,
That's legal.
Oh my
Legal knows. That's why she was like,
oh my God, this is the best.
I think putting the ass back in Christmas is going to become a thing that it's going to be a line that people are going to talk about this
Good.
holiday. You've coined
Children
a new
all across
phrase.
the world. Putting the ass back in Christmas.
Your wardrobe and your hair in this film
Yeah.
is my spirit animal.
Subtle.
I absolutely
It's
love
pretty
it.
phenomenal. Yeah.
And then you got to, did you and Cheryl have to like have your hair dyed and cut the same
Yeah,
way for this?
yes. Well, Cheryl mostly worked around me because like Kiki has this sort of just frazzled, like what we did on the first one, which I kind of loved, and a couple people noticed, we never styled the back, so it always looked like I had slept on it. So like a little bit in the beginning for movie stuff, you would like style the front, but whenever I'd turn, it was just like matte, like matted.
That can also be from something else, you know.
That's true. And I'm happy to say Kiki has a very vibrant sex life. In the second one, Kent is no longer a never hard. And there are many scenes that pertain to that in her storyline.
There is. So does that mean you got to roll into work? You didn't have to wash the back of your hair?
For real, yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's like doing voiceover work, almost
Yeah.
as good as that, rolling in your
Her
pajamas.
makeup was like 15 minutes.
Oh my God.
Kathryn was in there for like
I was an avatar. I was there forever. I was like, we'll see you tomorrow, guys. And I would just be like, they'd be taking it off.
There are subtle things that you don't notice about Carla, where there was a whole week where they put glitter in her eyelashes.
It was, yeah.
Carla was doing like a glitter.
eyebrows.
look.
Eyebrows,
Eyebrows.
eyebrows.
Yeah, it was nuts, so.
It was fantastic.
The amount of lip that Kathryn was wearing, you almost, it's
Yeah.
so sad that you don't understand what literally went down here.
There were
for hours.
4 layers of gloss. We were laughing that I was taking my makeup off when the first trailer came out. Like, that's how long it took.
Oh my God.
This one comes in, she's like, I'm ready.
I'm
like,
and like, leave.
Good to go.
That was amazing.
Wow. Did you find glitter in your house? Were you going home
Oh
and
my God.
finding glitter?
Everywhere.
Also, everywhere.
I got to wear $3 jeans, and when I'd peel, yes, you know, we also shot this in Atlanta in
Summer.
May and June
okay.
for a Chicago Christmas. So I would peel these amazing jeans off, and my legs would be kind of stained the color of the jean because I just sweat all day.
Yeah.
Anyway, sexy times.
I love it. Okay, so we have another clip. It's called I'm Doing Great. There's some gingerbread house making going on.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anybody want to tee up the clip?
We're at a PTA function.
I'm the president of the PTA.
Okay.
This is the scene that.
Yeah.
Is everything.
The barrette is like the only thing. Like, in my coverage, I feel like all you see is an awesome pink barrette. Yeah, pretty amazing.
I love that you guys just have total honesty within each other, within the group. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I thought, sometimes I think I'm the asshole, but actually it's you. Is that important in life? Is that why you think people relate to the film as well? It's like that total honesty amongst friends that you have to have in life.
I have a firm belief that, like, for some reason, we as humans are all so confused that, like, perfection begets connection. And we're all searching for connection, right? That's, like, what we're searching for on the planet. And the only thing that gives you connection is vulnerability. Being vulnerable with someone else. Not, like, showing someone else that you're perfect, or, like, I made this perfect dish, or, like, look how great I wrote this, or look at how beautiful my house is. Like, all these things, or look, whatever I'm doing, it's never perfection that gives you, like, a true, honest feeling emotionally of connection with someone. It's always vulnerability, going like, you know what I think I did? Ruined Christmas. Or do you know what I think I did? Hurt someone's feelings. Like, help me out of this. That's the only thing that really, like, gets people. Friendship and sign language, guys. Friendship and sign language, okay? Sign to your kids. Very healthy.
And I feel, how long did it take you guys to sort of develop that rapport with each other?
Like really quickly. Like
Yeah.
I'll never forget the first time that remember our first rehearsal, and you had to be Skyped in.
Well, yes.
And that was,
Well, can we talk about this part though?
And now you have to.
Wait, are we talking the same part?
Was I doing something embarrassing?
No, yes, but no. Can I whisper it to you before you tell me if I
Yeah.
can say the story?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, so I've known K-Bell for years. We did a movie together many, many years ago.
It's fine, legal. It's fine. It's totally fine.
I don't know.
We met during Sarah Marshall when we were children.
Yes.
Baby children.
Yes, prior to having babies. And we were doing a Skype session. K-Bell was still in LA. So I was in New Orleans at the time with the directors, and she was on a giant TV screen.
Larger than life.
Very big. Very big.
that's when we were together.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. And Kathryn was there, and we just all met each other. Like Kathryn, and I was like, God, I love Kathryn
Oh, we
so much.
must have met at the, yeah.
Remember this? And then all of a sudden, so we're doing this read, and we're just reading through the scene, and all of a sudden, on this gigantic screen, you hear, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna ignore it because I know exactly what this is.
She was trying to do it underneath her
but
skirt.
it's just like this. So all of a sudden you see this, just a face on the TV, and you're, and then
I had like a 6-month-old baby at the time. My kid got to eat. You know what I mean?
yes. So I was like, I'm not gonna acknowledge it because I know what's happening. And one of our producers
The boys
goes,
were like,
they were like, what is this? And one of our producers goes, she's pumping. And I was like, I don't know. And she was like, yes, I am. And then you hear a face pop up, and then the machine, it was very.
I didn't spill anything though.
No.
Even on Skype, I didn't spill anything. Not
It
an
was
ounce.
great.
Liquid gold.
And that's when I fell in love
gold.
with her.
Yep.
That's what did it.
So we were honest from
Yes,
the
yeah.
beginning. Is
Yes.
you know?
Brutal honesty.
Also in the in the world of these movies, like this is the love story, is these moms, like these women who are kind of like feel a little bit like misfits or pariahs, or just don't feel quite like they're fitting into the mold that everything culturally is telling them to behave and what they should be feeling and all these things. And this is our little tribe. Like this is the love story, these three.
I love it. I want to come and sit on the couch and hang.
Get right over here.
Do you notice how close we sit together? Because
I did notice that.
It's
No,
like there's
it's
too much space. We're always like pawing at each other.
Kittens.
But it's important. It's important and it's awesome. Okay, so we have another clip. It's called "Who's Ready to Have Some Christmas Fun?" And I think in this one, it's all 6 of you. It's you and all your.
What are we doing?
Moms. You are at Sky Zone.
Oh, Sky Zone.
Yeah.
Who wants to tee this one up?
So all our characters are like, we need to have some fun. So then we all meet up at a place called Sky Zone, and hilarity ensues. There's your tee up for this one. I mean, it's pretty
There you go.
self-explanatory.
Christine Baranski has the most epic runner in this movie.
Yes.
Where she doesn't remember Mila's boyfriend and is constantly introducing herself to him or asking him to grab the bags. It's so funny. It's like probably my favorite part of the whole movie is when she keeps reintroducing herself to him. And he's like, I was in the car with you on the way over here.
Do you guys get a sense of like when you're watching this, you're all laughing and just how like I can say that I've seen the film and it's incredible. And seeing the 6 of you together, it's awesome.
I know.
But it's such talented women coming together, so funny. It's just fantastic. Do you guys have a moment, like one moment that maybe that you were all shooting together that was sort of your favorite?
I mean, we shot. For me, all 6 of us, there was like Mila's character's practical house. Was really sweet. We had to do like there's like the big couple dinner scenes with everybody, and that was really fun. There was a huge music festival happening at a park across the street, so the music was getting louder and louder as we were trying to shoot the scene, which also just made us giggle. It was also amazing to drive into work and see like rows of just like regular houses and see one just covered in fake snow. And be like, I guess that's where we're shooting today. It was always
and also
fun.
there was air conditioning on in the house, and we were all, and like Kiki in particular was wearing like her like champion turtleneck
Yes.
and a sweatshirt, and everybody else was wearing sweaters, and like in the house the air conditioning was on, and it was great, and you'd walk outside and it would be 95 degrees outside.
Degrees.
Yep.
Wow.
That's pretty amazing.
So just in the little clip that we saw there, we could kind of see the dynamic. Like, it's like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree for you. Your mom's super overbearing and maybe still embarrassing, and didn't see her, but sort of you two are sort of like very, very similar, but a little too close for comfort. So
Yes.
if you want to talk a little bit about the dynamic in the film between in that
I'd
relationship.
say for Carla and her mom, like it more felt like, it's just more siblings. You know what I mean? It was like I had like a really eccentric kind of aunt, but never really had a mom. You know what I mean? Like we were just always kind of competing over the same dudes, smoking the same weed. Like it was like really kind of boundaryless and kind of inappropriate. So there's a little bit of like a competition, I think, between the two of them, which was like clearly not healthy.
Yeah.
Kristen Baranski plays my mother, who I think her type is an overbearing mother. So somebody that like is constantly striving for perfection, and anything that my character's ever done in my life has never been good enough for her. And so my character reverts instantly to being like 12 years old and trying to please my mother and trying to make everything perfect for her versus for herself or her children. Like everything, spirals out. Adding to that, the beauty of this movie is it will explain why our mothers the way that they are, which will ultimately always explain why we are the way that we are.
Cheryl Hines, I think they did a great job of building who we are as characters in this sort of like nature nurture blender where it's like you are who you are when you're born, you have this specific set of characteristics that are going to develop, and then what's your nurture, like what's your umbrella while you're growing up. And like Kiki was born to please, and then also had a mother that just wanted to get close, and it's so funny because they didn't base this at all on my real life, but there have been aspects where like my mom, because I'm her only daughter, where she's just looked at me and gone, I just want to get to know you. I just don't feel like I know you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I've known you for 37 years. What are you talking about? And I just don't know you. And I'm like, yes, you do. You literally know me better. You're like the only person who's like wiped my butt. But I think like it's such an interesting thing to like dissect. Oh no. See, I always say something and then they tilt their heads back and then like.
No, it's the best.
Remember when you said that super embarrassing thing?
No, it's the best.
But it does a great job of explaining that like everyone's doing the best they can with what they've got. Like, you know, Amy's a certain person and with a mother that's striving for perfection, she's bucking the system.
Yes.
And you're just wanting more of a connection even though Carla is a free spirit and Kiki's just like desperate for everything to be okay. So when her mom is like doing this, you have hair in your face. You know, it just, that's what amps up their anxiety.
Oh my God.
Do we all love Justin Hartley? Do we know him from This Is Us? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was my favorite. Well, there's 2 scenes with him that you have that are.
He is, not unattractive to me.
Not at all. Not at all. And I read this about him. He was really nervous to dance. Like he said, I'll do anything in front of the camera, but that freaked him out.
Which is crazy to us because he was so good.
He was
like,
he was really good.
He also never said anything. He was always like, yeah, okay. Like he just always seemed so confident and calm.
We never really, guys, we were batting our eyelashes. I feel like we're like, no, he was so great. He was so confident.
He's totally fine. It's no big deal.
So he's sweet on top of it?
Yeah, it's super annoying.
So what is that relationship between you and him?
It is a romance for the ages. Carla is an esthetician, and she meets him. He comes. He's a new waxing client, and we kind of fall in love in a session.
And all your waxing clients, of course, would look like that.
Yeah, so he was exactly right, as usual. We have a very, very tender, romantic love story.
But I love when you say that line about the Dalai Lama, because don't you wish this is the way you could screen a man? When you start dating a guy, how does he take does he take it like a man? Is he like, how does he take it? You know what I mean?
Or does he?
Wait, can you explain? Wait,
like waxing?
Instead of like.
No, you wouldn't do it, but it would be like the barometer.
It would be waxing the balls?
I say, you should hook him up to that labor pain machine. Have you seen
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what should happen before you.
No, what is that?
There's a labor pain machine where they like wrap it around your belly and it gives you labor pains. And dudes are like, I can totally handle it. And they're like, they freak.
Wait, that's genius. I have never heard of this before.
Yes.
They're really.
I've never heard of that.
Have you tried it?
Excruciating. No, I have 2 children.
Yeah, we don't need a machine.
I tried it real time twice.
Try it again.
No thanks. I'm done. That's a wrap.
But do you know anybody who's tried it? Is it accurate?
Oh, there's videos? Has Dax put it on?
No, I don't mean.
Christmas present.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Oh my God. That would be a great test.
I want to go back to you wanting to test men based on
test.
pain. Like, how well do you take pain? I shall date you.
That's
like,
what I meant. I did not mean give a man a wax on a first date. But how well do they take it?
Yeah.
You must have interesting relationships.
I was like, I don't want to.
That's a whole other story.
I don't want to.
You're like, listen, I'll go on a second date with you if you let me wax it. Just let me wax it.
Let me see you take it.
I'm gonna videotape it. Oh my God, I love it. Oh my God.
Oh, real talk, guys.
Okay, we only have a couple of minutes left.
Oh, thank God.
Thank goodness. I've just decided, now that the conversation's turning this way, I'm like, only a couple minutes left.
It always turns, I feel like, somewhere. It ends awkwardly with us.
Always.
It's our trademark.
I don't know why that just
Veer off into the balls. At some point, it just veers. It's hard to get back on.
So is this film wilder than the first one, do you think? Is it wilder, crazier? How is it different from the first one or similar?
Yeah, I think it's definitely just more of it because there's 6 amazing women that you get to like kind of get beside their mommy.
Wilder.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there are parts of it for sure. Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Don't you think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I do
it's
now.
a little bit more. Yeah,
I
it's a
didn't
little
before,
less.
but now I do.
I think there's some.
Yes.
Not that the first one was prudish, but it's a little less prudish. I don't want to say, but like, yeah, between your ball waxing scene, my Kent scene.
Yes.
Like, there's definitely.
I'm still prudish.
Yeah.
I get nothing.
Yeah, you get more action.
Catherine
in
and
the
I get
first one.
busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
I have a
No,
fight
not
scene.
Catherine and I. Not that there would be anything wrong with that, but I mean, with
They have
our,
sexy time.
That will be
we have
in the
sexy time
third.
scenes. We have sexy time scenes.
Yeah.
In the third, it will.
Have
be
you guys talked about a third already?
We keep.
We're talking about it right now.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
talking
both
about
of
it
them,
right
yeah.
Let's
now.
start that conversation right now.
We want it to be so
Bad
really
moms
warm.
take Fiji.
Yes, I said Hawaii. You take Fiji, go with Bali. You know, somewhere in between we'll find.
Exactly.
We'll go like Mediterranean.
Yeah.
We do a cruise.
Mallorca,
Yes.
like,
Bad Moms Greece.
yeah.
Okay.
Who would be a dream person you guys would each bring in?
Christine Baranski.
Oh,
Yeah,
Susan
we kinda
Sarandon.
got
We gotta
them.
bring our
That's the
mamas.
weird
I know.
thing.
We really lucked
I
out.
also I do have a dad in the movie that I don't want to forget because I got Peter
Oh,
Gallagher.
and
as
he
my
is
dad.
so
And he was
dreamy.
wonderful. So I just want to put out a nice little I didn't want to.
Yeah, we're forgetting about the guys.
Oh, he's so dreamy. We all had big crushes on Peter
He's
Gallagher.
big time. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and a kind
And he was
human.
so funny. And he was like amongst all these women, and he was like,
And very much like a dad.
yeah.
Yeah, he was very like dad. He was very sweet.
I think, obviously you women here today, like, this film resonated with you, correct?
Especially illegals.
Front row center, empty champagne glass. I love it.
But does it surprise you? Like, do people come up to you and talk about, like, sort of how it sort of made them feel like they didn't have to be so perfect or gave them license to have more fun? And
I could say that I did the first one because the script resonated with me so much that I don't want to say that I'm surprised that it resonated with other people, but I found myself so madly in love with the script and the characters and the story and everything that all the characters were going through that I was like, clearly I'm not alone. And if I'm not alone and Cable's not alone and Kathryn's not alone, then I don't want to curse legals, but shoot, then nobody's alone.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
Mila was attached to this movie, and she had called me early on and was like, "You're doing this movie," and I read it, and I was like, "Are we gonna talk about this? Like, this is what we're all going through. Like, wait, it's okay to talk about this because obviously I'm feeling it. I know you were feeling it. Like, and it was just all of a sudden like, okay, it's not gonna be taboo anymore. We're gonna talk about this." And I felt like it was just empowering to know that like women like you guys were like, yes, finally, somebody's talking about it.
Yeah.
And men. I will say, in the beginning, it was all women, 100%. And then I think men found the excuse on a plane to watch it, where they were like,
Yeah.
I saw a movie on a plane. I'm like, thanks for that. But
Yeah,
like,
they have to say,
they're like, well, I watched a plane. I watched a
I
plane.
just watched it on a plane.
But they're like, it's great. And I was like, yeah, it is.
I've had as many guys tell me they love the movie as
Yeah, me too. But mine was like, I saw the movie on a plane. I saw the movie.
It was
as if
on
they didn't have a
Netflix.
choice.
like
As if they didn't have a
Yeah,
choice.
exactly.
I have to wrap things up.
No.
Yes.
This is so
Yeah.
fun.
Thank you guys so much for
thank
joining.
you. We're
Thank you,
awesome.
Bad Twitter Moms. Round of applause to all of you.
You were awesome.
You were awesome. A Bad Mom's Christmas. Can't say enough great things about it.
Yay.
Yay.
Putting
Yay.
the ass back in Christmas.
Cannot
Putting the
wait
ass
to
back in
hear what
Kristen.
you women think. Very excited.
Thanks again.
Hey,
Thanks,
thank
guys.
you.
We should have screened it. That's what I thought about.